Hello everyone, it's that time of the week again. This is Toriko chapter 366 and this week we have a hell of a chapter. Let's get right into the meat of the action because this is a fighting chapter, so all we get is fight, but we do get to see very impressive stuff from Jill. Like, this guy is so hacked, I don't have words for it, but let me just get into the chapter and you'll see what I'm talking about. So first of all, Atom wanted to bring out the can opener so they could actually cook Jill, because according to Atom, Jiro is almost impossible to kill in this fort, and instead of killing him, they might as well cook him and imprison him in a can. The same thing that they want to do to Neo, because Neo is almost impossible to kill, so instead of killing him, they want to imprison Neo in a golden can. And they want to do the same thing to Jiro, because again, according to Atom, he's nearly impossible to kill. Now, when Atom demanded this, Earth was pretty shooken by this thing. I mean, he didn't realize that Jill was that powerful, where they needed to actually cook him and imprison him in order to defeat him in a way. Now, immediately after Atom gives the order to bring the can, all of them bring the golden cookware to the fight. So they all have like spatulas, knives, a cork opener. I think Earth has a cork opener. I'm not sure, but many type of knives, golden knives and such. So they're bringing their A game to the fight, and they are telling Geo that their types, the Gourmet Trolls, are the most prolific in the universe because their types is above everyone else. Like, there are demons, there are ogres, there are trolls, and the trolls are on the top of the food list. That's why they are called the Gourmet Nobles, because their endurance means that they cannot actually die. Every time they die, they came back, and the reason why that is because they are the embodiment of the appetite, and as long as appetite exists, meaning as long as food exists in the universe, they will always come back. And of course, they took into consideration that a time might come when food will not be in the universe anymore. So they didn't want to die because they don't have any reproductive organs and they cannot leave any inheritance behind. And because of that, they didn't want to die. So the method they came up with is storing food in golden cans. The golden cans can store food and ingredients indefinitely, for eternity. And as long as there is one golden can left in the universe with some food in it, they will always be revived, because appetite will always exist. If there isn't any food in the universe, then appetite would be gone, and so will they. But by preserving at least one golden can, they assure that they will never die. And right after this, right after telling Jiro this stuff, and this is some pretty great stuff in regards to Toriko's story, but right after this, the lady, attacks Jiro. And what she has is some sort of golden string, I'm not sure, but some sort of golden string, and they tie Jiro up with that golden string. Now Jiro breaks through the golden string that another had, and she was very shocked that he could break through the string. But Jiro goes on the offensive, and the first guy he takes, I think it's Center, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I think it's Center. And what he does, he catches Center by his head, and he does a head shaker. Now mind you that all of these Blue Nitro have those life spheres on their hair, so they can die multiple times and regenerate because of the life spheres, same as Joy. But this head shaker that Jiro does, it breaks every last one of the life spheres from Center's head. Every one of them. I think it's Center. Not only that, but it also kills Center. I mean, he shakes his head so hard that the molecules of his head actually boil. I don't know what exactly happened there, but the Blue Nitro has veins all over his face, and it seems like blood is coming out of his eyes, and all of the life spheres are done for. So Angelo turns back and he says, that's one down. So he took one of the Blue Naito, he took out one of the Blue Naitos with just a head shake. Then another tries to attack Jiro with a spiral made out of her golden strings. And Jiro does a knocking breath. And that knocking breath, I think it stops all the strings in motion. Then he blitzes another and he punches her right under her chin with an uppercut. And he tells her that it's time to see the stars. And now the attack he does is Big Bang Punch. And with that Big Bang Punch, he sends another into space. And that's not enough, because right after that attack, I think it's News, I'm confusing this Blue Naito, but whatever, another of the Blue Naito attacks Jiro in the back, and he tries to slice Jiro on the back. But Jiro does a damage knocking, and the damage, instead of being applied to Jiro's body, the damage just goes over Jiro and ends up on the other side. And then Jiro continues to perform a Guinness punch to this Naito, which I think it's News, I'm not sure. And he does a Guinness punch and he sends this Blue Naito flying away, and I think that's it for him. And right after that, Earth attacks, and this is the most fucked up thing, because Earth attacks Jiro through the back, and Earth has a cork opener, and he starts stabbing Jiro in the back and rotating his hand. The attack is called Star Corer. Now Jiro would have been done for, except he does a secret arc, and that secret arc is knocking time, where he stops time for a moment, and Jiro actually says, "I'm sorry you only had a few seconds, but now it's my time." So if he had more time, Earth could have actually done some damage to Jiro, but because Jiro stopped time, well, now it's his time. And then he puts a hand on Earth's chest, because Earth is now currently blocked, because time is not moving for him. So Jiro places a hand on Earth's chest and another one on his hip, and he does a thing called Eternal Knocking. And this was out of this world, because he does this Eternal Knocking, and the Blue Naito Earth, he turns all white. Now I don't know if it turned him into stone or if it was some other thing, but according to the name Eternal Knocking, I think Earth is disabled for all eternity. So he's done for. He's truly done for. And that was terrifying. Now Jiro himself says that that technique that I used just now really takes a toll on my body. But right at that moment, somebody comes into the picture. Somebody steps into the fight, into the ring, and Jiro says, I know you from somewhere. And then bam, Jiro's head is gone. And we see Cassia. Cassia with just one punch decapitated Jiro. But Jiro is not dead. Like the Blue Naito said in the beginning of the chapter, Jiro right now, he's impossible to kill, almost impossible to kill. So Jiro was decapitated by the Neo Cassia demon. But he's not dead. In fact, he's smiling and he's saying, well, if it isn't Master Cassia. So he's actually happy that somebody else stepped into the fight. And that's the end of the chapter. Now, this chapter was, well, what the fuck, truly what the fuck. Not because of the fight itself, but of the amount of power that somebody can reach. And mind you, Toriko needs to defeat Neo. So Toriko will become in the future even more powerful than Jiro, and Jiro can defeat this Blue Naito. I mean, he didn't kill them, but he took them out in an instant practically, and Toriko needs to be more powerful. And now I cannot wait for the next week's chapter, because it's going to be the Neo Cassia demon and Jiro going head to head. So rate, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about this chapter, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.